What's going on, guys? This is Noel here, back with another video today, and I want to talk about getting revenge today. It's something that we all do, it's a part of life, and I mean, justified or not, it's everybody does it at some point. Everybody gets revenge for something. And so, this wasn't exactly justified. I wasn't in the right in this situation, but, you know, it does make for a good story, I won't deny that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. So, let's get started. This was back freshman year when I was a little bit of a scumbag freshman year. I thought I was tough shit and, you know, tried to pick fights and all that fun stuff. I was a little scumbag, you know? So, I was hanging out with this kid. At the time, we'll call him Chris, alright? So, I was hanging out with this kid, Chris, and, this was like in the beginning of freshman year, right? And so me and this kid Chris are hanging out, and he shows me his like hangout spot in the woods, right? He has like a bowl, papers, a grinder, I think a baddie, like all this different shit, just like basically hidden out in the woods somewhere, like pretty close to my house actually, in my town. And so, you know, I thought that was cool at the time, didn't really think much of it. But then a few months down the line, I started hanging out with some scummier kids, right? They were worse than I was at the time, and I really shouldn't have hung out with them, but, you know, that's for another time. And if you guys are wondering, that kid's, like, got a kid right now, and he's marrying the girl at 19. You know, nothing wrong with getting married at 19, but he's known her for about 2 months. So, yeah. Anyway, glad I stopped hanging out with that kid, because he definitely went down the wrong path in life. But, getting back to the story, I'm getting a little off topic. That kid at the time, not Chris, but the scummier kid, he suggested that I actually go back and steal the stuff from the kid. Now, I just realized I never actually explained why, but at the time, the kid Chris, he was starting to talk to my girlfriend a little bit, and, you know, started being like a cocky asshole. He was before when I was hanging out with him, but now he was just like a real big cocky asshole, and I didn't like him for it, you know. I have my flaws too. I'm not perfect in myself, but, you know, I started having problems with the kid. And so anyway, we decided to carry out the master plan. So me and my friend, we ride our bikes down to these woods, right? And we go, and it's like nighttime. I don't know why we decided to do this at nighttime. Like, it's the fucking woods. There's not gonna be cops lurking out there. But anyway, we go out to the woods, and we're looking for a while, right? And we can't find it. We're looking behind trees and stuff, because there weren't really any paths. It was just like open woods, kind of a hilly area, you know, fallen trees and shit. But, you know, there was no set paths, you know. And so I almost give up. I almost lose hope and just say, fuck it, let's go back. But then we decided to just go a little bit farther, and we see this like blue trash can. And what do you know? It's their little hangout spot. 3 months later, still chilling in the same exact spot. So, we grab all the shit. It's all in like a nice Ziploc bag, and he even had like alcohol, like Jack Daniels and some, vodka, I forget what it was. But, yeah, that was pretty cool. I actually didn't take the alcohol, I like stashed it. Oh, no, that's not even true. I did take the alcohol. I stashed it under a tree trunk, and then came back a few days later and grabbed it because I didn't want to be riding my bike with, like, you know, handles in my backpack. But anyway, we get the stuff, we split it up equally, and we go our separate ways. I go home, and he goes back to his house, and, you know, I thought everything was all good. Until the next day. So, I think I made the mistake of telling my ex-girlfriend that we took this kid's stuff, or telling somebody I shouldn't have talked to about it, and they actually, like, you know, word spread, and he found out that I said I took his stuff. So the next day in school, this kid comes up to me, right, and he just straight, like, puts me up against the wall, and, like, this is a big kid, right, he's, like, 6 foot, 6'2", or something like that, pretty beefy motherfucker, right, and this kid just puts me up against the wall. He's like, I know you took my shit. I was like, oh, fuck, nah. And so I was like, nah, man, I don't know what you're talking about, like, what shit? And, you know, I don't know how no teachers, like, saw this, because this was, like, before class started, when all the teachers are standing out in the hallway and shit. So I don't know. I don't know how this happened. But anyway, I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't take your shit. You know, like, I know you showed me that spot, but like, dude, you had to have showed somebody else. Like, it wasn't me, I promise. And basically, he was just like, he couldn't prove it. He had no, like, he couldn't prove it. So he was like, alright, whatever, man. You know, we'll figure this out. And so I actually wasn't involved with it after that point. You know, he puts me up against the wall and, like, threatens my life. Not literally. But, and then he kind of just lets it go. He says, fuck it, figure out who else did it. Or, I guess he believed me. I don't know. So then, moving on, my friend who was with me at the time, I don't know why, but he decides to take the blame for the entire, like, stealing. I guess kind of just, like, to say fuck you to this kid, like I did it. But, yeah, he decides to say, like, yo, I took your shit, like, what are you gonna do about it? And so I completely was, like, out of the situation. You know, I was no longer, like, part of it. He didn't think I took his shit anymore. And so that was great. And then later down the line, those two kids ended up fighting. I don't know if it was over that. I think they just, like, didn't like each other. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. I don't have any of that stuff anymore. Actually, that's for another story of how I lost it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That would mean a huge amount to me. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.